Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Gayla Sims, and I am absolutely thrilled to welcome you all to the inaugural event for Why Black Museums, Honoring the Past, Envisioning the Future. I'd like to take this opportunity to share a little bit about the Why Black Museums initiative and introduce myself and my brilliant sister and collaborator, Delphine Sims, before introducing our panelists and launching into our roundtable. As I mentioned, I am Gayla, and that is Delphine. We are sisters from Riverside, California.
Sisters
from
Riverside.
Yep.
Wow.
We are both museum curators with two different areas of interest. I work in history museums, primarily focused on African American history, specifically the period of enslavement, and Delphine works in art museums, primarily focused on African American art, specifically Black photography. We are both obsessed with Black museums, having started each of our careers in these incredible institutions, which we'll talk more about in the afternoon panel. Why Black Museums was conceived in collaboration with Dr. Sheree Smith to honor and examine Black museums' contributions to the museum field and to celebrate the art galleries at Black Studies as a promising addition to the larger community of Black museum spaces. This morning, we will have the chance to focus specifically on the past, present, and future of the African and African Diaspora Studies Department here at the University of Texas at Austin, home of the art galleries at Black Studies and the Black Diaspora Archive. In the afternoon, we'll talk with speakers from Black museums in different parts of the country, their current museum homes, and the future of community-focused museums. We'll have plenty of time for audience questions during both panels, and we look forward to a robust and engaging conversation with our panelists and with all of you. Plus, and most importantly, there's free food. So please make sure that you're snacking throughout the day, and we'll also have lunch after this first panel. So now I'd like to introduce the three panelists in this morning's roundtable, Dr. Edmund T. Gordon, Rachel Winston, and Phillip Townsend, who should be showing up on that camera at some point soon. There he is. So Dr. Gordon is the founding former chair of the African and African Diaspora Studies Department, associate professor of African and African Diaspora Studies and Anthropology of the African Diaspora, and executive director of the Contextualization and Commemoration Initiative at the University of Texas at Austin. Dr. Gordon also formerly served as vice provost for diversity, as associate vice president of thematic initiatives and community engagement of the Division of Diversity and Community Engagement, and as director of the Center for African and African American Studies at the University of Texas. Rachel Winston is an archivist, curator, and Black memory worker based out of Austin, Texas. She is the founding Black diaspora archivist at the University of Texas at Austin and leads the university's effort to build a library special collection documenting the Black experience across the Americas and Caribbean. Her work promotes research and study on the Black diaspora through primary source material, curated exhibitions, and archival activism. Rachel is currently a council member for the Society of American Archivists, a Mellon Cultural Heritage Fellow at the Rare Book School, and co-PI for the Texas Domestic Slave Trade Project. She is an alumna of Davidson College, the Coro Fellows Program in Public Affairs, and the University of Texas at Austin. Finally, Phillip up there. He is the curator of art at the Art Galleries of Black Studies at UT Austin. He is a PhD candidate in the Department of Art and Art History, specializing in modern and contemporary art of the African diaspora, focusing on the politics of identity and representational strategies of BIPOC artists. He received his MA in art history from UT in 2016 and his BA in art history from the University of South Florida in 2014. A founding member of the Austin-based curatorial collective Neon Queen Collective, Phillip co-curated Notes on Sugar, the work of Maria Magdalena Campos Pons in 2018 at the Christian Green Gallery. And Phillip also co-curated Charles White, Celebrating the Gordon Gift in 2019, an exhibition presented by the Blanton Museum in partnership with African and African Diaspora Studies and the Art Galleries at Black Studies at the University of Texas at Austin. We're gonna have to start using acronyms. This is like way too long. So I wanna make it clear that in this morning's roundtable, we are talking about three different but inextricably linked entities. The Art Galleries at Black Studies, represented by Phillip, and the Black Diaspora Archive, represented by Rachel, each housed under the African and African Diaspora Studies Department here at UT, represented by Dr. Gordon. So I'm going to start by asking each panelist individually to discuss the conception and development of their respective entity and share a little bit about their role. And we're going to start with Dr. Gordon.